As we've all noted with the Harry and Meghan saga, it's always their story, isn't it? Their narrative, that sort of thing. And what I find fascinating is with all of those interviews that Harry has sat down with, a couple of things point out that nobody's actually noticed so far. One of them is that he's not, or there you are not allowed, should I say, to shoot from the back. He's very sensitive about his hair loss. And obviously, I'm not there to criticize. Lots of men go through that. We all do. Everybody does at any age. You used to have lustrous locks, and suddenly, where are they? It's a bit like the wash and go shampoo. You washed and they've gone. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, he's very, very sensitive about that because if you think about it, he's always photographed from the front. Doesn't like, as I say, any back shots. But what's interesting, as we often say here on the show, is that the way that these TV companies, the mainstream media, are willing to bend over backwards to sit down with someone who's clearly got some kind of grievance against his own family, to the point where if you consider yourself to be a serious journalist, you would simply wipe it away. Whatever you say about Prince Andrew, his stupidity at sitting down with the Newsnight team without any true backup was, of course, his own undoing. But at least he was brave enough to say, ask me what you want, and I will answer in the most honest way that I know. And according to him, he did. Huge difference, you see, between him and Prince Harry. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil. Sean here. Nice to see you. I hope you're all keeping well. Fine and dandy, as I say. Yes. Lovely to see you. Let's have a big wave. I know. Come on, It always starts the day off better. Even if you're going to bed. It's a bit like Andy Pandy. You do remember that one? Showing your age now. Goodbye, everybody. Nighty night. All of that sort of stuff. Anyway, back as ever to your breaking roll story of the day. As I say, it was this sort of no holds unbarred type thing. Stephen Colbert, Anderson Cooper, Tom Bradbury, the guy from GMA, Michael, very dapper guy, actually. I thought he held his own particularly well, but you could see that he was limited in what he was allowed to ask. And as ever, we found out exactly one of the major questions that Harry wasn't willing to speak about. And it's this. It's the ongoing battle of the missing father-in-law. That's right. If you could imagine now that Thomas Markle has never, ever met his grandchildren, or indeed, by one very slight phone call, Prince Harry. But according to a very good source working on one of those shows, we can't give it away, they kept pushing back with this question that they wanted to ask. And apparently, according to Harry, that's not his story, so he can't possibly answer it. What a ridiculous reply. It's part of your family. You've chosen, should I say, not to contact, Thomas Markle for years, believing only one side of the, narrative that you've put out. But according to him and his team, if they pushed that, then they were going to pull the interview. This was just one of many questions that Harry wasn't willing to talk about. Yes, bits of the book he would, but he wanted to hold back on that because he said it would put people off buying the book as it's literally his story. Forgetting, of course, the whole point of sitting down for an exclusive interview is about revealing your own story. Yes, very confusing, I'm sure you'll agree. But now, for Harry, truly, it's such a case that he does not wish to talk about Thomas Markle, so that proves one thing. They have no possibility of reconciling with her side of the family also. What a sad mess Harry and the cable TV actress Meghan Markle have now found themselves in. Totally, totally incredible. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.